when it gets to burnout and everything you just mentioned about no benefits, no work hours, like that's so real. I think burnout comes from doing too much of what you don't feel is true to your core. It doesn't come from doing too much of what is very aligned with you. Would you agree with that? Or
yes and no, because I think there is a balance of having time off. And so, yes, we want to do all of these things and we want to work really hard and create this life for ourselves, but I cannot do those things I need to do if I don't also take time to rest. And one weekend, I used to always like work through the weekends. I'm like, oh, it doesn't really bother me if I answer emails on the weekend. It's not a big deal. But then one weekend I actually took that weekend off and didn't answer my emails. And Monday I felt so much better and more refreshed. And so now it's really important for me to take those breaks. So I did go through periods of burnout, of over creating and going to too many things. And in college, I had a stomach ulcer because I took on too much and I physically was burnt out in my body because I was doing too much. And so I know that I need those periods of rest, but I know it's hard when you're freelance. I know it's hard when you're a creator, and there's so many jobs who are freelance who don't have, certain hours set for themselves. So it is important for them to, want to make an income, especially if you're solely supporting yourself or a family. And so I know those things are difficult.
Yeah, you've talked about energy drainers and energy givers before. Walk us through that, because I think everyone feels that, whether it's people, places, projects. We all feel that certain people drain us, certain projects give us energy. Walk us through your version of that.
Yeah, my energy drainers are saying yes to too many things. So saying no to me is what gives me energy. And I know that saying no might seem difficult at first, especially when you have opportunities that come to you and you want to say yes to everything. But saying yes to things I absolutely want to do has been so helpful. I am in a place now where I can say no because I feel like I worked hard in my 20s to get to where I am today, that I have the ability to say no to things. But those no's also are important because it's gotten me to the jobs I want to do, the brands I want to work with. I think if you say yes to too many things, you might dilute yourself doing too many things. So saying yes to the things that are in alignment with the content you want to create, the brands you want to work with, the long-term goals you have for yourself personally and professionally. Other energy drainers that I have are not doing my morning routine and my evening routine. So really setting myself up for the day sets me up for success. I get up in the morning, I usually meditate, I gratitude journal, I do like a little stretch, I drink my water, and even like just a few things in the morning set me up, because if I wake up and I just instantly start doing things, there's no time for me just like in myself to turn off. And then I'm kind of just thinking all day long. Other energy drainers, sometimes it's work and people. And I know that one's a really difficult one to have boundaries around, because you maybe cannot control who you have to be around with work, or people that you have to spend your time with. So it's creating boundaries around those people and things to make you feel your best. So maybe it's at work, you don't sit next to that person, or you focus on working on yourself when you're at work so you don't have to be near them too much, because I know we can't always like eliminate energy drainers in our life. And if it's someone in our life personally, it's difficult, but as I've gotten older, I realize, okay, this person and this friend is draining my energy. When I'm around them, I don't feel great. I don't feel better after I left them. I almost feel more drained just being around them. And so I can love you from a distance. I still love you. I still like you, but I don't have to spend a lot of time with you, and that's okay. I can support you from afar, but I know that if I'm around you, I don't feel my best. And I want more of those energy givers in my life. Like, who do I hang out with and I feel better after I leave them? Like, who makes me feel happier and whole, motivated, energized? And I always love being around you, because whenever I see you, you make us feel so great. You're such a great friend. Our friend Audrey is another one of those.
I was going to say like, Audrey. Yeah, the person that came to my mind was Audrey. I was like, Audrey, she's amazing. We love you, Audrey.
We love you, Audrey. Yeah. And she really is one of those people where you want to be around people who are good like that. You want people who make you feel your best. And so as I've gotten older, it's less about quantity of friends, it's quality of friends. And I choose to spend time with the people in my life who give me energy and make me feel my best. Because if you notice that after you leave a friend and maybe you're a little bit tired or drained, or you're just like, whoa, when you left them, like, it's okay to start like phasing out people and love them from afar.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that. I saw this tweet that said, my circle has shrunk in size, but increased in value. And I think that that's the mindset that you're sharing. Then I think that's something people struggle with. I think we feel guilty because we feel like we're leaving friends behind, or we feel bad because we feel people are going to think we're better than them. Like when you move on from a group, you're often worried about the perception that those group of people are going to think, oh, Jay or Marianna think that they're better. And it's like, well, you're not leaving because you think you're better. You're leaving because you want to be better and you want to grow.